What's up, guys? I'm Chris Spags here, back with another Four Corners for today's six-game NBA main slate, courtesy of Osmo.com and presented by SuperDraft. It's a six-game slate today, and the Knicks are chalk, so you know today's going to be an exciting one. So let's get that power of positivity in the air, and right now, please hit that like button. And if you want to win a free month of Osmo Plus, courtesy of SuperDraft, like the video and comment your top value play according to Draftkings salaries down below. Yesterday, nobody guessed Norman Powell correctly, but I believe in you guys to get back on track today, so like the video and comment your top value play down below. We've got so many Knicks to talk about, so let's get right into our first corner of the top. Owen plays an RJ Barrett in a matchup versus Atlanta. There's 112.8 implied points for the Knicks. Barrett is 47% expected ownership on DraftKings, while he is 21% on FanDuel. Barrett had a couple down games against Denver and Sacramento, but he saw 36 and 31 minutes, and now his price is down exponentially despite a pace-up spot against Atlanta's bottom tier 111.2 defensive efficiency rating. Another top-owned play looks like Spencer Dinwiddie in a game at New Orleans where there's 115.3 implied points for Brooklyn. Dinwiddie is 39% expected ownership on DraftKings, while he's 37% on FanDuel. Dinwiddie averages 40.1 fantasy points in his last 7 games, and the pace up plus New Orleans' bad 112 defensive efficiency rating will offer him more scoring upside in his 30% usage and more opportunities for his 34% assist rate. And our last top-owned play looks like Drew Holiday in that game versus Brooklyn, where there's 113.3 implied points for New Orleans. Drew has 30% expected ownership on DraftKings, while he's 36% on FanDuel. Drew has seen steady usage and time with the ball thanks to Lonzo Ball coming off the bench, and he projects solidly in what should be a competitive game against the middling Brooklyn defense. And now for our next corner, here are some of the top values on the slate, starting with Lonzo Ball in that game versus Brooklyn, where there's 113.3 implied points for New Orleans. Ball hasn't played 30 minutes or more in his last 5 games, which poses some risk, but he's been mostly as productive when on the court, with the possibility to earn more minutes with strong play. And another top value looks like Taurean Prince in the game at New Orleans, where there's 115.3 implied points for Brooklyn. Prince's price is down in what should be a fast-paced game against New Orleans, with his 12 shot attempts per game, second on the team to Spencer Dinwiddie's 16 per game. And two top value plays to consider are Dwight Howard and JaVale McGee in a game at Indiana, where there's 107.5 implied points for the Lakers. Dwight and JaVale project as similar values, with both likely needed to contribute against Indiana's size, but only one is likely to meaningfully exceed value if he siphons minutes from the other. And now for our next corner, here are some of the other top plays on the slate, starting with Julius Randle in that game versus Atlanta, where there's 112.8 implied points for the Knicks. Randle's 26% usage leads the Knicks, and his minutes have been rock solid since Mike Miller took over as coach in a pace-up game against the particularly weak Atlanta defense. And on the other side, another top play looks like Trae Young in that game at the Knicks, where there's 111.8 implied points for Atlanta. Young will be popular with a 34% usage and 44% assist rate on the year against the slower paced but equally bad Knicks defense in a game that again should be competitive. And let's go out west for another top play with Kawhi Leonard in a game versus Phoenix, where there's 119 implied points for the Clippers. Kawhi looks solid at home against Phoenix and is expected to return to the lineup, and he would be even more appealing if Lou Williams misses again, with over a 40% usage rate in his last game without Lou. Now for our last corner, here are some lower owned dart throws, starting with DeAndre Hunter in that game at the Knicks, where there's 111.8 implied points for Atlanta. Hunter has seen 37 minutes in his last 2 games, and his price is reasonable, while he has at least 9 shot attempts in his last 7 games. Another lower owned dart throw that I'm looking at today is Elfrid Payton in that game versus Atlanta, where there's 112.8 implied points for the Knicks. It is Elf season, as he's played between 25 and 30 minutes in his last 3 games, despite playing off the bench, with him playing in closing groups thanks to his strong permanent play. And my last lower owned dart throw looks like Bismack Biyombo in a game versus Sacramento, where there's 101.5 implied points for Charlotte. Biyombo saw a season-high 38.75 fantasy points in 28 minutes last time out versus Indiana, and the low pace and decent bigs for Sacramento could result in Biyombo seeing more court time around the glass to help pad out his rebound rate. So that's what it looks like so far for me on today's slate. So right now, please hit that like button, and if you want to win a free month of Osmo Plus courtesy of SuperDraft, like the video and comment your top value play according to DraftKings salaries down below. And of course, SuperDraft is the presenting sponsor of the Four Corners, so go check them out right now at superdraft.io. If you use the promo code AWESEMO, AWESEMO, you can get $20 free with any deposit of $100 or more. So go right now to superdraft.io and use that promo code AWESEMO for your $20 free. And if you need some more data in your life, use this promo code SWITCH and HEDGE for half off your first week of Osmo Plus. Go to osmo.com/join and use that promo code right now for half off your first week, or find packages as low as $3.95 a week on there. But either way, go to osmo.com/join and check out your options right now. Go follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Chris Spags. I've got 7 days a week of NFL and NBA content, and also my own personal podcast on my pinned tweet, which you'd be helping me out a bunch by subscribing to right now. So give yourself a gift and me one by following me right now on Twitter and Instagram at Chris Spags. Tonight on Live Before Lock, you have Fast Eddie Fear and Chris Randone, so tune in then. And of course, I'll be back with you guys tomorrow for another Four Corners. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you have a great night with all these Knicks that we're going to have in our lives. Yay! And as always, good luck.